Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back, guys. This was a Patreon exclusive going down into numerology and finding your life path number. And what does that reveal? How about when you put that together with your Vedic astrological chart? And oh man, this world is just this maze, and we do have maps that we could utilize to help us navigate through the maze.
Oh, it's great. You do the numerology, you figure out your planet numbers in astrology, you do a card reading, you do the alignment, and you figure out all the other missing pieces.
Absolutely. Again, you could join the Patreon family for as little as $1 a month. There are different tiers with different benefits, and also some instructional videos with, yes, my dear?
I just wanted to say thank you to Truth Seeker, updated their upgraded their Patreon. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So here you go. You could see the Schumann resonance. It was very, very tranquil and placid. And then we have a spike. And this spike is 14 hours long. And yeah, I mean, I felt weird last night, real weird. Now, we make it a practice, which we got out of, because yes, we do sometimes get lazy ourselves in our daily routine, and don't always unplug the router for the Wi-Fi. We do have Wi-Fi in the house, but I have everything hardwired to at least the main spots where we work. And this house is long. So, it's like I don't feel the Wi-Fi signal, so to speak, out in the bedroom. And so sometimes, we don't unplug it, but we unplug and shut off last night. And my God, we both had like the weirdest night with the dreams, the vividness of it, the energy. I mean, I swear that something shifted last night, something major. And, gosh, there's so much to cover in this, but I feel like I want to go more into just what we felt last night. Maybe we'll put this blip up on Heart's Home, because I feel that it was enormous. I mean, I really feel like it was huge. It felt to me like time had kind of stopped or paused. Now, they have these time changes, which Trump may do away with in the U.S. We have that spring forward, fall back. And again, for some, that could be part of the what feels different about the time when you get to the spring and fall, and they change things on us. And it really has been shown. Studies have shown that it's not healthy, to switch people like that. And I do think that's part of why the system does it, because it's not a real healthy thing to do. We should follow the sun, living like people that are working the land. They follow the sun. They take their opportunity when they can. They utilize the sunlight to get things done out there, and then they fall asleep again with the rhythm of nature. And here, as Paul here is talking about reports coming in from around the world, pressure in the head and chest, ringing in the ears, dizziness, nausea, waves of fatigue or energy, restlessness, mood swings, vivid dreams, anxiety, and a sudden burst of emotion. Yeah, this was huge. And last night, Cindy woke up. She was having like a bad dream or something. Something had woke her up. And when she woke me up, then it was like, oh man, just reality felt so different. I felt like something really, really big was going on. And that's why I'm rambling on this. And we'll do a separate video covering the hurricane and earthquake. And then also there's another video coming that will separate, that's all about UFOs and, that type of thing. Oh man, there's so much going on, but last night felt monumental to me. And the reason why I'm going on about it too is because, there's people out there expecting the rapture or expecting some sort of ascension point on the 29th or 30th. And, is the Schumann going to go up? Is the Schumann going to go up tenfold? If it goes up tenfold, what does that look like? Is it going to be the split, that people have talked about? Has a split already happened? Well, we're in a loop. Time is like a loop. And I do think that we can come back and redo things. I totally believe that. I totally believe that we could, once we have an adventure here, say, I don't like how I handled that when I was 26 or what have you, and go back and I'm going to try it again. I do think that's part of what's going on in our reality.
Yeah, I've been having processing dreams and going to, places to revisit where things didn't go so well. Just sort of processing that maybe in real time when I wasn't able to process it before, because when you're in a survival mode, you're not able to absorb and process the way you should. And it's like the brain and the body doesn't forget about that. No, you have to go back and process it and get that out of your energy field. So that's what my dreams have been about lately. So this is very important. And there was a certain stillness, and we reached a depth of sleep that neither one of us have felt in a very long time.
Honestly, it's the way we used to sleep in New Mexico when we were in the little earthen cabin that was literally set into the ground. And, and also there we had absolutely no signal for your cell phone. So if we turned the router off, there was nothing penetrating you. And it's weird because it felt like that was the case last night.
Yeah.
I didn't feel any of the technological energies. Almost felt like we were sealed off in some sort of cocoon.
Yeah, it's important. You can't forget to turn off that router, and if you do, you should. We got up and we turned it off, and that's when everything got really, really wonky and really weird, but kind of cool. Mike felt very strange, sort of having like a mini panic attack, but I gotta say, after that router went off, and we have it off a lot, so it's not like we've never had it off.
No, and
but this was still different after we turned it off.
I asked her right away, you think we should go turn it off right now? And she was like, immediate yes.
Yeah.
Because what I think is happening is I think having it on is interfering with the ascension process. And so it felt like last night was a massive download, upload. Honestly, it felt like, and I was wondering whether we were taken up into a ship last night, because we've had that experience. Cindy's remembers actually being up in ships multiple times. I've had that experience too, and that's what it was feeling like. We were taken up into a ship, and there was a big upgrade type thing done. But it felt benevolent. It didn't feel malevolent. No, it felt like there was an upgrade that was supposed to happen that kept getting delayed because of the technologies coming through the computers and again all over in the air. I don't know how, and I couldn't handle a big city at this point. And where we are, we're outside of a small town, a very small town, and it's still, again, it feels like we would like to be even more isolated in some ways, but at the same time, I do feel that the shift is coming where we're going to start to work more in our own communities, wherever that may be. Perhaps it's just simply because technology will be failing.
Yeah, hopefully people will start coming together. I'm really curious to see how the 29th and 30th. Now, usually in any case, when somebody gives a date, I don't put a lot of emphasis on that, but I have been watching the planets. The planets are doing some really interesting things. And, I've been watching the weather and 3i Atlas, and all of these things seem to be coming together up to a certain point. And then that experience we had last night with like the deepest sleep and really processing and healing in the body, and the Schumann doing what it's doing. I think all these things are coming together to bring out something interesting. And if you're not able to get away from the frequencies now to get your downloads, you will just go out when you can to the forest, because it's not like downloads don't ever happen. If you miss a certain download point, they download when they can. It's very much like our phones and our computers. As soon as they get a chance, they're going to do the backup. And that's kind of what we human beings are going through. As soon as we give it a chance, we give nature a moment, we will get our upgrades and backups.
Yeah, as the yugas turn and you come into a new yuga, there's like this entirely new. Think of it like going from a version 10 to version 11. It's something like that, where literally the whole paradigm gets upgraded and rebooted in a new manner. And now last night, I don't know if that was me personally. I was thinking it was us personally, but then I saw the Schumann and then read what Paul was talking about. So, yeah, I think it might be that we are coming to a big upgrade point. That's what it really does feel like. So and we didn't do this morning here, we're doing this without our typical routine of seeing what we get from the guides, going deep in meditation, but just wanted to share this with you guys.
Yeah, it's very interesting times.
Oh, absolutely. Please do share your experiences, because that's the other part of this. It's like you think, is it me? What am I feeling? And then you find out that so many people have had the exact same situation, exact same experience. And it's part of what it looks like at the turning of a yuga, as we firmly plant our feet into the Bronze Age and the paradigms that the Bronze Age is going to bring to us again, just completely different than what we had during a Kali Yuga. So very exciting.
It is, and it always helps to know you're not alone.
Absolutely. Much love, guys. We give you thanks for your support. Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.